Okay, go.
Yo, what's going on, family? This is your host, Corey, and this is the Mother's House Podcast.
Yep. This is DESHAUN. I am also your host, and I'm here on the Mother's House Podcast. So, Corey, how's everything going?
Life, man. I'm dealing with phony snakes ass niggas. You know what they say? When you cut your lawn, that's when the snakes come out.
Oh. Did you cut your lawn?
I'm trying to cut my lawn, man. I'm trying to get the fuck on from this bullshit job, and we got bullshit people lying, saying I don't work. There's a lot of drama at work. It is what it is.
You'll get through it.
Oh yeah, I ain't stressing, nigga. I ain't gonna be there long. I'm in transition. This is not a stopping point for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. What about you, cuzzo? What's going on?
Everything's good. I feel like I'm on the verge of a breakthrough.
What's the breakthrough? Oh, gotta keep it on the low.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, what Eric Badu say, write it down in paper. Writing is like spelling. You spelling out the words, write your spells out, and let it magnify and come into fruition. You know what I'm saying? Meditate on it.
You're right.
What the fuck did you just say?
Well, I believe that, though.
What is that pseudo bullshit you just talked to me about?
But you gotta work at it too.
You gotta work at it. You can't just write it down and think, okay, that's all I gotta do. You gotta
and go to sleep.
You gotta kind of nurture. You gotta nurture that passion or whatever the fuck idea you got. Put water to drink some water. To increase your brain cells, to make your brain cells flourish, blossom just like flowers. And that way you'll be able to come up with great ideas. So water is purifying, but Flint water is not purifying, but water is purifying.
Yeah.
What is y'all talking about? We got a podcast.
What is this shit?
But nah, for real though, let's get right into it, man. So, everybody, what's going on? I hope everyone's doing well out there. I know a lot of people taking notice of what's going on the football field. We were talking about Kaepernick last week, and I guess we're going to talk about him again this week.
We talked about him last weck too.
Yeah,
because Jay-Z didn't want to do the Super Bowl, but I said I would do it. Is that how that went?
Huh?
Jay-Z said he wouldn't do it, but then I said I would do it.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
Sean said, fuck that shit. I'll just go out there and take a knee just like the football players. In my solidarity.
But now all the football. See, who would have thought Colin Kappernic would have started this huge movement?
Right. Yeah, man. I mean,
did you think
making a silent protest, in the stance of police brutality, on black and brown bodies, also standing against the American anthem that's hypocritical to everything that it says it stands for, that was written for the people, but in essence, it was written for the people, for white people, so that's when it was written by, slave owners, you know what I'm saying? So it never been modified, it never been readdressed to fit, the ever-changing population of the American population, you know what I'm saying? Different ethnicity, other people, in fact, so.
Right.
So, Colin Kappernic did a righteous stand, and now look at it. You got coaches in the stands. Coaches even standing, taking a knee. You're not even coming out of the locker room. You know what I'm saying? The whole team's not coming out in stance of the national anthem due to the words of y'all president, y'all boy, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump just made everything bigger.
He just made it he just add more fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying?
His dumb.
How do you feel about this whole thing, this whole movement? Are you excited for it? You see it turning into actual pro-action? More people being more proactive in you know, getting the voice out of what's happening in America? You know, you think they're doing it in the stance of that, or you think they're doing it in the stance of because their president is calling them sons of the bitches?
Well, you know, I feel a lot of different ways. I do feel like most of us are very anti-Trump now, so you know, no matter what the issue is, a lot of times if Trump say go left, it'd be like, fuck it, I'm going right. Fuck it, right is the way to go. I don't give a damn. Fuck him. No, you got right. You got people thinking like that, and then you have people. You got some people thinking, oh, like, I guess we taking a knee now. Let's just take a knee. you know, you got the people just kind of taking a knee. But shit, I guess it's the thing to do now. Shit, whatever. Let's just take a knee, get it over with, and move on. I don't give a damn. Can we just play football? Damn, I'll take a knee. I don't care. You got people who thinking that way, and then I think you got a lot of people who always wanted to. You always have those people who always believe in what the leader does or did or stands for, but they were just kind of scared to do it. And I think they didn't want to step out of that limelight, right? Doing it because they'll be looked at and shunned and tarnished and get ridiculed across social media and everywhere else. You know, by white people or by people that come to pay tickets for them. You know, right? And you have a lot of people who don't really want to, you know, rock the cradle. They don't want to shake up things. They kind of just want to they just want to kind of hold their head low and, you know, not really bother nobody. But I think the fuel of Trump and then just everybody kind of doing it together kind of made it okay for those people who were scared in the beginning to take a knee too. So, you know, I kind of understand that, you know, everybody not going to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? No. And I think Colin Kappernic is like very, very, very special. And he sacrificed a lot. And I just think he's really special. You know, it's like a huge moment. You know, it's just a really thing. It's turning into something bigger and it's bringing awareness. And now people are wondering what's going on and people are researching and it's a good thing. Do you think people are really researching, or you think probably not?
Kind of just following the trend.
Well, I don't know if people are researching. I do think a lot of it is trend because I think people are already caught up in him just playing football when it's so much bigger than him just playing football.
Like I said on the last podcast, I said, you know, learn. Like you said, I hope people are doing the research and learning. Why is he doing this? You know what I'm saying? Learning what are some of the issues that he's trying to address, he's trying to bring light to. What is he protesting for? That's why I was like, when I saw the whole league doing it, I was wondering, okay, it's dope. But I think we need more than just symbolism of that. You dig what I'm saying? Right. I think it's dope to have that unification of all the players across both basketball and football coming out speaking very strongly. But what's going to happen 5 months from now, 6 months from now during the playoffs? Like, what's going to happen? I think really and truly the NFL is trying to capitalize on this moment as well. I know, right? They gonna release T-shirts with him taking the knee. Exactly. They gonna try to capitalize. Well, they capitalize off of everything. He gonna be on the batting cover. They're gonna have little Afro dolls, little stuffed animals, little Afro stuffed little football players. Oh man, and they do. Kaepernick should sue the shit out of them. And then gonna be like, oh no, this not Kaepernick. This just some random football player. I can see them doing that for real. Yeah, they could definitely do. They probably will definitely do that. But this ain't Kaepernick. This Ray Lewis. Right. This some other football player. Right. This somebody else. That's Ray Lewis. We just gave him an afro. Right. That's funny. Oh man. But I'm not anti. You know, I'm not anti this whole thing that's going on in the NFL. I'm not a big NFL fan like that anyway. But I respect that all these players and all these coaches and a lot of these people are taking a knee. It's dope to see. It's very symbolic. It's very a tide changing type of thing, and it can definitely shift things. But are we missing the point of why Kaepernick took the knee? Are we just reacting just
black people taking knees now?
Huh?
Or are you just doing it because you think niggas taking knees now? Like, oh shit. Now some people show up late to the party like, oh, that's what we doing now? We taking knees? All right, we taking knees. Let's do this. Come on.
All right, let's get on the knee. And then also, you know, I think, you know, if just keep in mind of what he's taking a knee for. He's taking a knee to fight against racial oppression against black people, racial economic injustice, police brutality, the mass incarceration, the economic infrastructure of the black community. Flint, Michigan being ravaged right now with lead poisoning, where children are having brain development issues, and pregnant women or women who hope to be pregnant is going to have birth defects towards their baby because they had ingested, you know, lead water. You know what I'm saying? We had some real dark issues in the community, and for us just to be all in rally just for a symbolic gesture, you know what I'm saying? I think that's dope, but we need more than just symbolism. We need symbolism matched with
action.
You know what I'm saying? Match with purpose. What is the purpose of this?
None
of this would really happen until Trump says something. If Trump never said shit during that fucking stupid ass rally, we wouldn't be focused on this.
That and like symbolism gets old real quick. Like we'll forget about that next game. Like, all right, y'all, we took a knee last game. Let's go ahead now. Let's get these Falcons, goddamn. Let's go Falcons, shit. Last week we took a knee. Now let's do this.
Exactly.
Or we'll just get caught up in taking a knee. They'll just take a knee every game and we'll still carry on. We just take the knee. After a while, the whole damn world will be doing the whole national anthem with a knee. From the racists, whites, everybody. Everybody's taking a knee.
National anthem. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah.
It's just weird to me. You know, I think that it's dope to see, but I just really hope. I wish. Not on top of that, like when the like I said, I ain't been keeping up on it neither. I don't watch football like that. I haven't been watching none of the interviews of like them interviewing the players or the coach who took the knee and asked them why y'all doing this. So I don't know what individually these people are saying that these players are saying. I heard what LeBron James had to say, and like I said, it should not be just because what Trump said and that what got you to the point where you finally is outraged and like, yeah, I got to do something or take a stand. Not saying that's LeBron first, stab at, trying to address certain issues within the black community, because he does that quite often. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying.
Like little too late type of situation. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I get it. I still just feel like. So what do you think should happen from here?
What I think should happen from here, people should do the research on what Kaepernick doing the stance for. Not just what Kaepernick doing the stance for. Do some research on American oppression. What type of oppression that's going on in America right now? What's affecting the people, every black man and woman and child? What's affecting economically poor people? What is this government is not doing to live up to what the quote unquote anthem is supposed to live up for? Are we and look those things up and then not only just address them, come up or support people who have solutions behind. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Also,
ball players are in a position where they can make generous donations.
Why is it such a big deal that he taking a knee?
That Kaepernick took a knee.
Yeah. Like
white people. I think I don't know.
Even the football ratings down. Just because he took a damn knee? Y'all
because he took a knee. Yeah. Well, the reason why the ratings down because a lot of black people are turning from watching football because how they treat it.
But it's turning off white people too.
Huh?
It's turning off white people too.
It's turning off white people because they're getting tired of seeing black people taking knees.
It's how they want to watch the whole damn game.
Like that's what they feel like. I can't get away from this shit. Damn it. Damn, I just want to watch football and get away from race and all this. I'm tired of it. But they don't realize race is in everything you fucking do, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's in the football games. It's at your job. It's on your toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking thing you do, race was definitely involved in the creation of it, especially when it's American made. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
if you gonna sit there, if you sit there and try to blind me, and it's like to the point where you can't be blind to what's going on racially in America. You can't be blind to it no more. If you was blind to it, then you must have been just, I don't know what the fuck you go on. Because it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's everywhere to the point where you have to see it. So it has to be addressed and it has to be, discussed. Now you got certain people who want to discuss it on some bullshit, and you got some people who's on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick your poison what you're going to listen to.
I agree. I totally agree. So, but still, like, it's only for like the beginning of the game. If you like,
exactly, it ain't like it probably lasts no more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, like he took a knee all throughout the goddamn field and shit. Like,
exactly,
throwing the damn ball up, taking a knee. This country be up in arms over everything. But you know what? He got some awareness. And, shouts out to Colin Kappernic. That's such a... It's almost like you're witnessing history.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's about as big as, if not just as big, it's as big as, Muhammad Ali saying I ain't fighting no damn war.
Right.
and he got arrested for not fighting in the war, getting drafted, not going through the draft.
Right. Well, I wasn't alive back then, so I can't really say how big it was, but that was big.
Yeah, I wasn't alive then, so I don't know how big it was, but according to history books, that was a big moment in history. You know what I'm saying? Especially in sports history. A big moment in sports history. Mm-hmm. The greatest boxer in the world says no to the draft. That was a big thing.
Yeah, he didn't want to go.
And you can't make him go. Well, they tried to make him go. Try to arrest him for that, though.
What if they draft you? Would you go in the war?
Hell no. Shit. I'd be sitting my black ass in jail.
Oh.
Writing my letter in jail. Like Martin Luther King. That's exactly what I would be doing.
All the greats went to jail. Damn.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. For things that's not criminal.
Tupac.
Well, Malcolm X didn't go to jail for criminal activity, but, most times a lot of black people get locked up for things that's not criminal. You know what I'm saying? Not violent crimes or things that's not affecting or harming another person's life. Black people go to jail for any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that you got people who's so who still don't want to talk about it, who still want to be blind to it. They just want to go on with their lives. You know what I'm saying? But you willfully want to ignore the population of people that, like your neighbors, friends, or people your co-workers dealing with who got children in jail and they can't get out because they can't afford the bail money.
That's why Colin Kappernic took a knee. Shit.
This shit is crazy. So, I commend the brothers and sisters, the brothers who are, and sisters, because there's female athletes, pretty much every athletic person is taking a knee. Pretty much a lot of them. I commend those people who are taking a knee during the national anthem. Because the national anthem is bullshit anyway. It's a stupid ass song.
The words are like, they mean something that people don't know exactly what they mean. I think if people really knew what the words were actually saying, they probably wouldn't stand for the national anthem. It's like a white supremacist song that celebrates
It celebrates the death of indigenous people.
Right. Exactly.
It celebrates the incarceration and enslavement of black people. It celebrates the commodity of black people. Why do you want to stand for that? Why do you want to put your chest and pledge your allegiance to that?
Ooh.
You should pledge your. You think what I'm saying? Now that's not anti-military. Well, like we got family in the military. My dad was a veteran. My granddaddy was in World War II.
My daddy and granddaddy too.
The pledging allegiance to the flag. Yes, the military pledge their allegiance to the flag. They pledge their allegiance to America, to American people, to the United States. They don't pledge their allegiance to a flag.
And why they make kids pledge allegiance anyway? Why I gotta pledge allegiance? If I want to pledge allegiance, I shouldn't have to do that.
Exactly. And you don't. Actually, you really don't. Like with my kids, if our kids go to public school, they're not gonna stand up and pledge their allegiance to a flag if they still doing that in school. You know what I'm saying? My kids just won't be standing up. But I remember in elementary, they had us get our little asses up, put your hand over your right chest, and repeat the words.
They used to make you do that.
I was never interested in repeating the words.
I stood up to the flag.
I ain't never repeated the words. So I was like, well.
Then I remember something political happened. Then they switched, and we started singing "God Bless America."
Yeah.
I was like, this is random and stupid.
It is.
And I feel like I'm bringing.
I think when that happened, I was singing "Hail Mary" in my head. Hail Mary, come get me. While everybody singing "Pledge of Allegiance."
If they have asked me to do the national anthem, I'm gonna go up there and do "Lift Every Voice" and sing.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should.
It's a better song and it's nicer and it's more positive.
Yeah. Lift every voice and sing. Y'all saw the video we posted on Thought Mute on our Instagram. Y'all should definitely go to our Instagram. Yep. Mother House Pod on Instagram. That's a shameless plug for our Instagram. But we got a video that we took from
Sankofa Academy in Houston.
Where these young kids were doing Lift Every Voice and Sing, and that's what they do in that school, you know.
We used to sing it at church. All black people know that song. Shit.
Yeah, we do. And it's a hopeful song. You know what I'm saying? It's a hopeful song. So I mean.
It's long as fuck too. Ooh, shit! It's like I remember singing that thing in church. Like all the verses, it was so long, and it's that long ass bridge. Sing a song full of the hope that I. Ooh, it's super long.
It is long, man.
Oh god, it's long that song.
Well, I think that would be a better song in replace of it. That'd be a good song in replace of the national anthem.
No, it ain't. I want my own national anthem. America, y'all get your own. But I'll sing it because I'm black. But they should have been singing the black national anthem anyway if the league's 70% black.
You know the new national anthem is? The new national anthem should be the D Challenge song.
Oh, hell no. What song is that?
I don't know where that shit came from. I had no idea. I just find it funny because I've been listening to people doing it. I thought Erykah Badu did it once. It was really funny.
When they say D, do they mean dick?
Yeah, they talking about dick.
And when they say P, do they mean pussy?
Yeah, they talking about pussy.
So it is about sex? Okay.
It's about sex. A, B, it's about you and me. It's about all the good things and the bad things that can be.
I can hear you snapping.
That's sorry.
No, that's cool. I just thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Sex, baby.
Oh man, when that song came out, I had to be every bit of what.
I saw Cardi B doing the dick challenge.
Who?
Cardi B.
She did?
Uh-huh.
Well, I ain't surprised. You think Cardi B talented? I think she talented.
That's funny because not only did a guy talk about it in my car, Boyce Watkins had a video about it. I tried to watch it, but as soon as Boyce Watkins come on, he started talking about like a million other things, so I just wasn't about to sit through it. I'm sorry. But the title of the video it said black people are woke, but Cardi B is #1 song in America. I mean, the guy in my car, he was saying that he said that she was garbage. He was like, it's entertaining, but she not really hip-hop. She not rapping. He's like, this is not rap. And I was like, well, is it like club music? He said, yeah, it's like club music. Then
club music is not rap? Hold on. What? So club music is not rap?
well, he 44. So there you go.
That still don't make sense because they had club songs when he was young.
He said when he was coming up, they used to call it crunk. He was like he don't consider crunk rap.
Where he from?
Atlanta.
And he still call it crump? CRUMP?
CRUNK.
Crump.
So I guess he wouldn't consider like.
Wait, he was coming up around the same time I was coming up.
No, he 44.
But they ain't call it crump. Then they called it something else when he was coming up then.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, so crump music ain't rap. Okay. Crump music is a lot of yelling.
And I guess he's trying to say that real rap is like people actually, because he said she doesn't really have, well, I said this, I was like, well, she does sound like she kind of freestyling. It's not a whole lot of concept to the song. I said that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it's garbage. The only thing that's good is the hook. I didn't say it was garbage because I like the song. I feel like Cardi B raps, so I mean, she raps okay. I don't see why it's bad. I don't know.
The girl raps. The girl can get busy, man.
She can rap.
She can rap. But at the same time, I'm not overly excited for a Cardi B album.
Of course not.
Rhapsody dropped a new project, and she's a female artist, female rapper, and that album is phenomenal. That album is really good.
But also, just because you can rap, don't mean you can make a good song, I guess. But I like that song. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can see where his mind is when it comes to rap and what's it called, song formation.
Right.
Because he said that the songs of today don't really tell stories like that, and they just aren't really talking about nothing. So he was on that whole kick.
Oh, okay. So he on some Joe Budden shit.
Kinda, sorta, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not that dissing Joe Budden. I mean, I'm halfway there to a point when it comes to music too.
He was like, all the females are sluts, or most of the female rappers are sluts.
Hold on, he called them female sluts. What?
He said most of the female rappers are sluts.
He ain't heard of Brandon Kane. He ain't heard of Rhapsody. He ain't heard of Oshun. There's a lot of female rappers.
You think Oshun rap?
Popularized.
Well, of course, people don't really know all of them. So all of the popular female rappers are sluts.
I think it's a best time for female rappers. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a dope female rapper. I mean, I think it's the best time. I think they just put money behind bullshit. That's not just female rappers. That's every rapper.
And he was talking about all rappers too.
He was talking about other rappers too.
Yeah, he was like in general.
Mm-hmm.
But then he just had added he was like,
female rappers.
Right. He was like, it's so much sex being sold, and
that's what they've been doing, though.
Well, yeah, he said that too.
They were doing that throughout the crunk era.
He was like, it's still going on, and like they still using the same formula and stuff like that.
I mean,
I don't know.
Unless you're gonna own your own radio station, get your own distribution on how you're gonna generate and push out the music, you know. We got options. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a bad time for hip hop. I think it's a great time for hip hop. You know, as far as getting great music, you can get great music. It's out here. Just people need to research and search and gravitate towards it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think when you're
the energy that people want to put themselves into, and I think a lot of people are trying to put themselves into a lot of times in the place of type of music that will just kind of.
Well, I think it's about eras.
Moving, but the beat does.
I think it's about eras. I think he came up in a time that had music of a certain way that he's used to.
Right. Yeah.
So you know. And of course, I feel like the further you go back, the stricter people get with music. especially that generation around the mid 40s into the 50s, that generation, like our older brothers' generation, because that's kind of when hip hop started. They witnessed the birth of hip hop. Right. So when they look back and see, or when they look forward and see what's going on now, it's kind of like, well, damn, that's not what hip hop was supposed to be. So I can kind of understand them a little bit, even though, like I said, last, I don't know if that was last podcast or podcast before last, I think one of the saving graces of hip-hop, one of the reasons why hip-hop is still around is because it has evolved. Now, don't get me wrong, of course there are powers that be and all type of other forces behind the scenes controlling it. That's very true, but you have to evolve to stay alive. You know what I mean?
We have to evolve to stay alive, yeah.
So, you know.
Music never changes. If your music stays stagnant, then it's a damn music. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then it would have just died with their generation.
Exactly. That's the one thing about hip hop. Why hip hop is such a big powerhouse right now. It's because you got multifaceted. This is the only thing I don't like about mainstream music is that it's more focused on, you know, the party life. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of I think what he was saying too.
All the aspects, because you can have the crunk or the trap and the gangster and the ratchet music in the mix, but with conscious music as well. All that need to be included,
right?
In the lexicon of the radio sphere,
right?
But at the same time, we know their whole thing is about generating money and what's going to get the money, what's going to get spin in the club, what's going to get people out of their seats, want to buy more drinks, get more loose, do more safe things after they get drunk, spend more money, get more reckless with their money. We want to put more bullshit music on the radio. We want to have people talk about the flashy shoes they wear, the flashy clothes they wear, the flashy chains they rock, the flashy cars, the women, the cars. We're going to overly sex every damn thing that we get our hands on. That was going to bring us more record deals. That's what's going to bring us more record sales. That's how we can market and make more money off of these gifted, talented people who come from the bottom.
I think things are so intertwined. Like the music industry is invested in this industry, and this industry is invested in that industry, and that industry is invested in that industry. That they know off of doing studies and how, you know, through psychology and how the brain works, that if we play this music, these sales will go up, and if you play that music, those sales will go up. So it's definitely about marketing and money and all that good stuff. And they know more about us than we know.
And this the thing. They know more about our spending habits. They know about what we're interested in. And it's not because, they like that damn smart. No, what the fuck they did, they got involved with other black people who somewhat sellouts who kind of tell them, yeah, this is what that about. Yeah, this is what punk mean. Yeah, this is what crunk mean. Yeah, this is what, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers giving them game of what black people are interested into. Or what this music, or what this person is saying, and what they're into. And now you got white hipsters trying to tell you more about they know more about hip hop than the average black man or woman or child.
Right, and then when I say like the people who do like, just like when you're selling anything, like the marketing people, they do studies on people. Everything that you have, from music to a laptop to a phone to every single thing that you buy, there have been studies and studies and studies done on it. And that's music too.
Social media, straight up, social media markets to you just based on what you and your friends are liking on your Facebook posts, or what you're liking or what you're retweeting about on your Twitter, or what you're looking at on YouTube. They market, they look at what the fuck you like, and then they'll just have a pop-up ad on your Facebook timeline, or a pop-up ad on your Instagram timeline, or a pop-up ad on your Twitter timeline, or on your YouTube. They'll just pop up ads that they think is going to give to you from what the fuck you put in and pressing and saying you like.
Exactly.
And phone companies are selling your damn things that you're just naturally just liking and interested in, they're taking that information. It's pretty much your cell phone is pretty much is the tool is surveillance. That's what
I mean, your computer too. There's a reason why when you search for something in Google and then you go to another site, there are ads about what you search for on that other site, and that can be any site. That's called as soon as you put, because I have a site. I have Google AdSense on my site. If you go and search for something before you go to my site, an ad for whatever you search for on whatever computer you're on is going to pop up for that on my site. And it's not because of me, it's because of Google AdSense. They trying to get you to buy stuff. It's all about money. They just like, it's just all about money.
It's about money and finance and control. Who got the money and the power and control will shift the narrative of what you got going on. And that's why the narrative right now is black women are, out here thoughting it up. Black men are out here thoughting it up. Black people are out here thoughting it up. Black people don't really, they saying they woke, but they ain't really acting like they ain't woke. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're getting. But I'm very optimistic. I think more black people are more waking up more. I think black people are a lot more aware. And I think like a lot of people, not just black people, a lot of people are just becoming more concerned for the future of their children. I'm watching this dope-ass documentary called Nova about the Flint water crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Thought Crimez for putting me on to that. But the whole situation was going on in Flint, that we get so distracted in what social media and what's trending and what's not trending and what's going on out here that we forget Flint's water is still fucking fucked up. There's lead pipes, lead in our water right now. In every pretty much predominantly a lot of homes in America, because most of our homes are filled with lead piping. You dig what I'm saying? Right. But they got anti-corrosion measures to make sure the lead don't get into your water. So when you pour in water, that's why a lot of people don't have lead poisoning, because they're able to eat up most of that lead. But the scary thing is that she can always flip anytime the city or your city wanna flip the switch on how they're gonna generate the water supply and try to save some money and make some quick dollars. That's what the fuck they did with people in Flint. And they did it to the people in Flint because Flint is a more poor population, a more poverty-stricken population, not a lot of jobs, not a lot of big incomes coming into that city. So they feel like, hey, that's the risk we're going for. Let's go ahead and switch some money so we can make some money off of this. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, we have these things going on in our systems, in our homes, across America. Every person is somewhat affected, can be affected by it. Our children's children could be affected by drinking lead poison, by drinking that lead water. And you need water to survive. You gotta have water. The world is made of 80%, 86% water? Like, your body is made of damn near 78% water. Like, you need water to survive. And I think it's really weird that they put lead. I really think that's weird that they use lead piping. That we still using lead piping, and nobody came up with a new way to be able to filter water into people's homes. I still don't understand why they haven't fixed that.
Well,
my whole point is,
it's probably about money.
Shit going on.
It's probably more expensive to do it without lead.
Every single day, for us to not to get caught up in what social media and what these people are trying to pander to us, and that's all it is. And what they trying to market to us is our own death. That's the whole issue that I'm having with it. That's why I'm saying, like, far as what's going on with social media, them, social engineering our minds with the music. You know what I'm saying? Keeping us off guard on focusing on protecting and providing and coming up with new measures or coming up with new ideas to try to preserve life and enhance life and push life forward. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. They're not interested in that.
I do that sometimes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He do.
But you know, what you think about the Flint water thing? I sent it to you. I don't think you watched the whole thing.
I think, I guess it's just a horrible situation. It sucks that more hasn't been done to make that situation go away. It sucks that people are actually, because lead is a neurotoxin, so it affects your brain, it affects development, it affects a lot of different things. And basically people are it's almost like bio-warfare.
Yeah, it is bio-warfare.
Yeah.
It's bio-warfare, it's population control. It's a host of numerous things. And they got it right inside the sewer lines, right into your water pipes. They come into your bathroom, they come into your sink, that you wash dishes with, that you you know what I'm saying? And not, and this not, I'm not saying it to scare anybody, but I'm saying it's like, and it's nowhere to the point. Not every home is affected like a Flint, but every home can be a Flint. That's right. The issue.
Matter of fact, there are Flints. There are Flints that didn't get the Flint publicity. It's a lot of Flints in the United States.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes, exactly, DESHAUN. There's a lot of Flints out here right now. Like, you go to Louisiana, there's certain cities in Louisiana that's fucking got lead piping and kids affected by lead. Chicago had a real bad lead issue back in the day. Washington D.C. has a big lead issue where children are finding high levels of lead poisoning. Probably a lot of problems that's going on in Chicago is due to the lead poisoning that's going on that happened back in the day to these children. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get more serious about how we're gonna protect our families. Now, how do you combat that kind of thing? Like, how do you who's gonna put charges against the government who are not trying to preserve life for the community?
Nobody.
Who's gonna do it?
It's up to us to do it.
And how can we, me, you, everyday average citizen, how do we do it? We boycott. Protesting is good, us shouting and saying, yeah, you put water, Flint Lives Matter, we can do that all fucking day long. We can take a knee all fucking day long. But until you really get serious and start doing this type of shit that our parents, or some people grandparents, for me and you, our parents, you know what I'm saying, did boycott, be like, okay, I'm not going to support such and such, I'm just going to, bum it out for a year or 3 years. You know
so what exactly do you think we should boycott?
Where we can bum it out for at least 2 to 3 years to try to get this shit switched on.
What do you think we should boycott in the name of Flint?
What do you think we should boycott in the name of Flint? That what you asked me?
Yes.
There's a lot of shit you can boycott in the name of Flint. You can boycott fast food chains if you don't need the shit anyway. You can boycott Walmart. You can boycott Nestle. Nestle products. Nestle products I believe had something to do with it. You just gotta boycott things that
Nestle, the chocolate people, got something to do with Flint?
Nestle owns water supply in Flint.
That's interesting.
I'm not 100% sure that they own the water supply. I know they had something to do with the money. Like, they've got money from that whole situation. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So, and Nestle make water. So I thought that was kind of weird. There's a lot of companies that we got to do the research. I ain't done the research to really give you a pinpoint what we should boycott.
Right.
In the name of Flint.
Somebody smarter than us.
I'm pretty sure Yvette Carnell might have, or Tone Talks, or
somebody smarter than us know how to do that.
Yeah, somebody has already done the research, and that ain't saying I ain't gonna do the research. Cause, I can't be talking this shit and don't try to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm gonna do my research as well, and I will bring it back to the people. But at the same time, I think that we just gotta get serious if we really want to make changes, man, in our communities and for the betterment of our children. There's another study saying that by 2063, shout out to Thought Crimez, because Thought Crimez been dropping a lot of fucking damn
Mm-hmm.
So they did a live stream, and they was talking about an article and something from an article in the news and a news clip from the Real News, where they were talking to a dude, and he was speaking on black people and Latino people will have zero income. I think it was zero income.
Oh yeah, Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell be talking about that. So basically, right now the average black family is worth $1,700, which is like really bad. And it's basically by 2053, black people are going to be worth zero.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yep.
But really and truly, we kind of already worth zero, because $1,700, you really can't do nothing with $1,700.
You can't.
Because
that's the average income of a black family. Now, do you think that's because we having too many single parent homes? Or you think it's what are they saying? The reason behind it, and what are they saying for the solutions to fix it?
It's not it's the average net worth.
The average net worth. Okay, I got you. As a collective.
Right. So yeah. So because basically when you do your net worth, you're supposed to add up everything, including your debt. And a lot of us have debt because a lot more people go to college now, and college is very expensive. You just don't know that it's very expensive because you take a loan out for it. So you don't really feel the effects of it being expensive until you try to like buy a house. Like I know people who got good jobs, went to school, but they have a lot of student debt. So when they tried to buy a house, they weren't able to buy a house because of their student debt. Right. So, and they're saying that one of the reasons why Black America is so poor is because it has something to do with us needing reparations. And when the rest of America was getting wealthy, Black America wasn't able to get wealthy because we were excluded from a lot of the different things that the government did to help everyone else get wealthy, as well as we were used as labor for everyone else to get wealthy. So we were like the free labor. We were the tools that the rest of America used to get wealthy. Like we built America. America was built on our backs. So that's how a lot of these people are so rich now, because America was built on our backs. Then on top of everything happening from white businesses and white people stealing businesses to, all the things that the government did to make it so hard for Black people to prosper for so long. These are the effects of that. That's why so many Black people are poor. Not just like some, but like an extremely large amount. And they said one of the reasons why, because I be watching a lot, so I can really quote a lot of what they say. They said the reason why Black celebrities and Black athletes and Black rich people are so pushed to the limelight is to distract us from how poor we are. And to make it seem like to white people that Black people have made it now. Because, look at Diddy, look at Beyonce, look at LeBron James. These Black people doing good. They make plenty of money. Because there's so many Black celebrities that are pushed to the limelight. But in actuality, like for every Black celebrity that's rich, it's probably like 1,000 poor. As with white people, they have like class levels and stuff. They have like extremely rich white people. They have rich white people. Their middle class is a totally different thing from our middle class. And even like, I think it's another statistic that says like even the poorest white people who don't have college degrees have more money and more net worth and make more than like Black people with college degrees.
Man,
so yeah, it's a whole lot of information. So if y'all ever want some like a bunch of information, like a bunch of it, go to Tone Talks YouTube page and Yvette Carnell YouTube page, and they talk to different people. And it's this economist named Sammy Darity. He's super smart too. He's like one of the leading economists in the world. Tommy Curry is really good. Malcolm Gladwell. Like they talk, like they're clicked up with all these really smart people who really know data and facts and stuff. So it's a great podcast to watch too. It really changed your mind, change the way you think. So shout out to them too. They taught me all that stuff. They
always put you on game, man, on things that really pertain to the wealth and economics and empowerment of Black people, and to keep them on a brush what we facing. So, and they ain't gonna give it to you sugar-coated. They ain't gonna be like, they ain't gonna just be like, hey, everything rainbow and roses out here. We can go out here and, just fuck around. They gonna be like, look,
You need some people like that. You need some people to be like, look, I don't care how this sounds, but this is a fact. Like, what's facts are facts. Y'all need to wake up because it looking kind of bad. So yeah, their whole thing is reparations. They're big on reparations.
Hey man, we gotta get serious on it, man. We gotta get serious on pushing for not just reparations, but also pushing ourselves to build more black economics of what that looks like. You dig what I'm saying? But we can't just focus just on black economics. We still gotta live in the world today. I say, like I always say, focus on building family, man. Building your family up.
Right.
Black family economics is key to a lot of building up that generational wealth, things that can pass down to your children. You know?
Right. They're big on family too. I know one thing. I really like this show, so I can really talk about it all day. I've been looking for somebody else who like this show so I can talk to them about it. So whoever like this show, can y'all like email us or something so we can talk about it and have a little discussions and stuff after the new shows post. But anyway, one of the things they say is America is leading towards a country that's heavily based on generational wealth, because they have these generations of people that have been rich for so long that wealth is being calcified, versus it's so hard for you to make it when you come from a poor family. And to us, hell, you making, what's that?
My phone acting stupid.
If you make $50, $60, $100,000, that's making it. But to a lot of them, it's like, it's average. It's like we're on such a different playing field. But at the same time, we still on the same playing field because we have to compete for a lot of the same stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of information. So if y'all definitely want to talk about it, man, just hit us up on our comment channel. Comment. Y'all have some information. Put us on game, man. Cause like I say, like we always say, me and you both, Sean, we always say, like we don't know a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? We're still learning. I'm not gonna say we don't know a lot of shit. I'm just saying there are people who know more than us. So if you want to get like the facts if you want to get it from the horse's mouth, then you would need to go to Yvette Cornell's channel or Tone Talk's channel, and then they source a lot of things, and they'll give you books to read and other people to go to and stuff like that. So, you know. Same
thing with Thought Crimez. They do the same thing. So you gotta check all those great, platforms. Cause there's platforms out there, just like ours. They give you some dope things to think about, dope things to put your mind and ears to. Cause you need in this age of Aquarius, this age of awakening, this age of internet at your disposal, information at your disposal. You need some kind of filter. These people are great filters. They filter through that shit. They be like, oh, fuck all that bullshit that, the CNNs, the blog sites are telling you, this is what the fuck you need to pay attention to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, we never need some good, thorough black politics. That they're great for that. Matter of fact, I recommend everybody go over there because it's like some heavy information.
Right.
And it's gonna be so eye-opening. Like, you gonna fuck around and just binge watch.
Yeah, you will. You definitely will. Also, in light of that, DESHAUN, of their dope information, what you think about behind that information? Do they have anything as far as dealing with spirituality? Do they even speak on those things?
They do not.
They do not touch on spirituality,
no, they don't touch on spirituality.
or things that will, give people hope or false hopes.
Nah, they all politics. They politics and history and shit like that. Facts, data.
Facts.
Yeah. Research, economists, they stuff like that.
Exactly. And you need those kind of people in your life, bruh. I mean, you gotta have people who gonna break it down and give it to you raw, straight, with no filter.
Real raw.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go to people who's just going to try to make you feel good. That's why I brought up, spiritual people trying to put you in a spiritual enlightenment.
Right. So if you're trying to get some type of spiritual high,
trying to get you that spiritual high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You probably shouldn't go over there.
There's nothing wrong with going to these spiritual places that's going to give you hope, because you need that for your mental health. You need, things. You need to meditate. You need to eat better. You need to drink water. You need to, channel your energy. You need all those things and those tips. Definitely. So definitely listen to those people who do those kind of things.
Right. And that's not them though. That's not what they do. But you do need that stuff though. You do.
Yeah,
but make sure you go to the right person for that stuff. What I'm saying is, don't go over there thinking you're gonna get some spiritual enlightenment or some shit with your sage and shit.
And
you ain't there.
My point.
Yeah.
Like, don't go there thinking, oh, they don't go over there calling them hoteps.
Right. Don't go over there sitting Indian style and shit with your hands touching your middle finger and your thumb and shit, and thinking you about to levitate, because that's not gonna happen. You're gonna be real.
No.
It's gonna
No. They're gonna keep it really down to earth and try to break it down so you can understand. You know what I'm saying? And there's another thing, man. Thought Crimez, they had something about Bitcoins. You ever heard about Bitcoins?
Yes.
I don't know. DESHAUN, I heard about Bitcoins, but I ain't never paid that shit no attention, because I'm like, one, I ain't financially illiterate, but I ain't that financially astute on, economics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like as an average, average person, really. I was about to say average black person, but average person. So the Thought Crimez was talking about Bitcoins, and they had this dope brother named Nadi. He was, doing a great breakdown. Definitely check out that live stream, because I can't even give it justice what they're talking about, because I was so fucking lost. I ain't know Bitcoins is like the new way, kind of like gold. It's like new way of monitoring and making money. You know what I'm saying? And accumulate money, and it's getting really big and popular over in China. That's how a lot of them are buying up a lot of land in Africa and other countries off the Bitcoins.
Right. I don't know a whole lot about Bitcoins, but I've heard of it. Yeah, I've definitely heard of it several times before. So I don't want to say too much.
Oh, I ain't gonna say too much on it. I just wanted to know if you heard of it.
Yeah, I have heard of it though.
If any of y'all heard of Bitcoins, put us on game. If brother Nadi listened to this podcast, yo, bro, hit us up on Mother's House Podcast at motherhousepodcast@gmail.com, and just give us some game, give us some knowledge, because we trying to learn, man. Trying to learn all this stuff. But I don't know what time we got.
We had an hour.
Hey, man, that sounds like a good point to drop this thing on off. You got any last words to the good people that's listening to our podcast?
I think this podcast, judging from everything we talked about, I think it's about balance.
It's about balance.
About,
really.
You can get your ratchet, you can get but you gotta get your politics too. We gotta get politically savvy, correctly politically savvy. And now they call it political education. Political education, you gotta get that too.
Right.
Cause you gotta be involved. And then you gotta get your conscience on too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready to buck the system when need be.
Get your spirit and mind right, so you be able to fight this, be able to maintain during this white supremacy. Cause I know, me personally, I go through it just like everybody else, and I know you do too, DESHAUN, as a black man, and I know our sisters go through it every single day. This shit get fucking stressful. You know what I'm saying? White supremacy has done a toll on the black mind. It's done a toll on every damn body mind.
Right.
So you got to get to a point. You got to have that spiritual connection.
And really and truly, even white people can use some. Matter of fact, they really need some education. That's why they so okay with how shit is, because they've been propagandized and been learning a lot of the wrong shit. So they need to be re-educated too. Really more so than us.
Yeah, it's all about having a complete balance in your ratchetry, your political savviness, your economic savviness, your pride, and also into your activism and things that you care about, things that you deem that's important to you and your family.
Right.
Just keep that in mind.
Right. Don't spend too much time on unimportant stuff.
Yeah. So that's all I had to say. What else you was trying to? I think I cut you off. What else you were trying to say, Sean?
I'm good.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and close it out for you guys. Until next week. But thank y'all for listening to our podcast. I'm gonna let my cousin go ahead and close it out for us.
All right, it's soundcloud.com/DESHAUN DURON, at Mother's House Pod on Instagram and Twitter. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Podcasts and Stitcher. We're also on Facebook. The Mother's House Podcast is on Facebook, and we're on YouTube at DESHAUN DURON, at the George Pat, and at CORREAL Lyrics, at Colacade.
Yes. And with that being said, thank y'all for listening to Mother's House Podcast. And we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Thank y'all for listening. Peace, love, and light to the world. And especially shout out to Colin Kappernic for everything that he stood up for or standing up for. Peace.